presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Tonight from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, a gorgeous evening for baseball fans filing in, and over 4 million people come through these gates last year. Tonight, the Dodgers and the Rays. It is game one of a 3-game set. Mookie Betts looking to heat up for the Dodgers, who have one of the top offenses in baseball. Meanwhile, on the Rays side, Junior Caminero, 45 homers a season ago, and he continues to be one of the top hitters in the American League. And we welcome you into the broadcast booth. John Shambi and this guy, David Ross. You're back home. This is the place where it started for you.
I tell you what, it's always nice to come back to the team that drafted you. Dave Roberts was a teammate of mine. It's beautiful weather here out in California. I'm looking forward to a good game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Dodgers have to be considered World Series favorites again, and they're led by who else? Shohei Ohtani. Not pitching tonight, but he will hit leadoff. And after 2 solid months, man, he's really tearing it up in the month of June.
I tell you what, probably the best all-around player we have ever seen. This is the only player to win an MVP unanimously multiple times. And guess what? He's done it 4 times, Boog. This guy is must-watch TV, worth every penny the Dodgers have paid for him.
Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers here tonight. You look at him in the month of June. Wow, .415 the batting average, 12 2/3 innings of solid pitching. And again, he leads this attack as their leadoff hitter. Meanwhile, on the other side for the Rays, an interesting offensive attack. Lots of contact, very few strikeouts offensively, but Yandy Diaz and Junior Caminero, 2 guys that boast power, and as well, they don't strike out very much.
Yeah, these 2 guys at the top are what's going to make this offense go. Junior Caminero is really impressive. You see here, homer yesterday. Look how far that ball is inside. This young man's 22 years old. It's real power at the top for them. He is an exciting player and hits the ball as hard as anybody. And then you flip to Yandy Diaz, 27-game on-base streak right now, .343 average, over 1,000 OPS. These 2 guys at the top are what solidify this offense.
Yeah, so the Rays here tonight will turn to Nick Martinez. The Rays lost 2 of 3 in Anaheim. Martinez has been amazing. A .243 earned run average signed to a 1-year deal, and he has been excellent thus far. We'll take a timeout. When we come back to LA, we'll have lineups and first pitch.
This is
Capture moments in color with paint made to last.
Our ESPN MLB studios alongside Adam Ottavino, Kevin Connors here. Mid-June Monday across the majors. Let's get you caught up on things going down. Beginning in Philadelphia, JT Realmuto supplied the offense. Otto, Zach Wheeler was dynamite.
Yeah, he's been awesome in 3 June starts, a 1.42 ERA. The Phillies have followed with a 9-4 record, and they're starting to creep up on the Braves here a little bit.
7-0 the final. Rockies scored 23 on Sunday. Pete Crow Armstrong has been a one-man gang tonight.
Here's a home run in his first at-bat off Lorenzen, and a little cutter at the bottom of the zone. He would add a triple and a double later, so he's 1 leg away from the cycle.
Cubs have taken the lead. It's 2-1, top 7. Elsewhere, Padres and Cardinals. Otto, Dustin May took a perfect game into the 7th inning tonight.
I tell you what, you love to see it. One of the nastier guys in his young days with the Dodgers. He's now on a double change of scenery over here with the Cardinals, and he's finally starting to kick it into gear. Complete game shutout tonight from Dustin May. He had it all cooking.
Top of the 7th inning, 3-2 is where the perfect game gets away. He walks Fernando Tatis. Later in the inning, another name brand at bat, and this is the end of the no-hitter.
A little unfortunate there. Chopper through the left side. Probably felt like a ball somebody could have laid out for, but at the end of the day, it had eyes and it finds the grass.
But it's a 3-0 Cardinals win, and it's been quite the odyssey for Dustin May to get back to this point.
I mean, it's been incredible. He had some weird injuries with the lettuce incident down the throat, some arm stuff, goes to the Red Sox, tries to get straightened out there, heads to the Cardinals, and now he's finally got his feet underneath him. He's one of the nastiest guys, so we knew it was coming. Glad to see it happening now.
And a tremendous start tonight for Dustin May again, and the victory for the Cardinals over the Padres. And again, a legit cycle watch here right now for PCA.
Yeah, well, he's got the hard part over with. All he's got to do is get a single, maybe a little bunt to finish it off. I mean, a little sex appeal. That'd be nice.
We've got our eye on that in Wrigley Field as he's batting right now. Boog, David Ross will keep you updated throughout the course of a great game in Los Angeles tonight.
All right, guys, thanks so much, and welcome to Dodger Stadium. And here from L.A. as they exchange lineup cards at home plate, we get ready for the opener of this series. Two of the top teams in all of baseball. The Rays have got off to a magnificent start, and the Dodgers right now in first place, led by that man, Dave Roberts, who's won 3 World Series in his 11th year as the Dodgers manager. And last year, they finished things off in that thrilling Game 7, and the Dodgers going back-to-back. And so trying to come up with a 3rd straight World Series title, and they have a potent team again.
Man, they've got so much depth. They've had it for a long time, and they just keep stockpiling. Guys on the injury doesn't seem to affect this group. They just keep rolling. They've got great culture. Set up by Dave Roberts, and that man right there, Freddie Freeman. What a stud he has been, chasing 3,000 hits, get his 2,500th hit the other day. So happy for him. Former teammate, watched him grow up. Couldn't be happy for him, but we got a good one today, Boog.
No doubt about it. Eric Lauer gets the start here tonight, part of that 6-man rotation for the Dodgers as Lauer leads L.A. out onto the field. And we get ready to roll. Eric Lauer, who was DFA'd by the Blue Jays. Ultimately, the Dodgers purchased his contract from Toronto, but he's been much better with L.A.
I think we've got 2 teams here that find the diamond in the rough that other teams may not see, make small adjustments. But Eric Lauer has been phenomenal since being over here. As you see the difference in the numbers, he's throwing more strikes. The stuff is real, but he's coming right at the hitters, getting ahead, and I think that's been one of the keys to his success.
Now you look at the arsenal, it'll be 4-seamer, cutter, changeup, and curve, the occasional slider. We'll take a look at the lineup he'll go up against for the Rays, and it's brought to you by Alexa Plus, and it'll be Yandy Diaz followed by Jonathan Aranda, Junior Caminero, Ryan Valade to start in left, and he hits lefties. Ben Williamson will play second base and bat 5th. Slater, Mullins, Fortes, and Walls rounding out the lineup. It is a Rays offense that is 6th in the American League, 14th in baseball, so kind of middle of the pack in runs per game. But they're last in homers. The one thing to focus on, they have the lowest strikeout rate and the lowest whiff rate, so they make a lot of contact.
It's surrounded by contact, like you said, and the top of that lineup is what makes this group go. We've talked about Yandy Diaz and Caminero, but the bottom of that lineup is a tough at bat. There's no easy outs, and I love contact in our game right now with all the strikeouts.
Yandy Diaz playing for that guy, Kevin Cash, 12th year. He was hired in 2015. He's the longest tenured manager with one team, 48 years old. He's won the Manager of the Year a couple of times. A Tampa kid, played in the big leagues for parts of 8 seasons. You guys did the secret backup catcher handshake before the game.
Both these guys, former teammates, both managers, former teammates of mine, got to play with both these guys, and it's no secret that they're having success in the manager seat.
Yandy Diaz climbs in, ready to go. And the first offering of the game in for a strike, says Dan Merzel. And we are underway. See the numbers on Diaz, as David mentioned in the open. He's reached base 27 in a row. And that one is laced right field, but right there is Tucker. And Yandy Diaz retired. So 1 up and 1 down. Absolutely perfect night. 71 degrees here at first pitch. Yeah, the batter down will be Jonathan Aranda facing the lefty Lauer. Fans still filing in. Lauer, the 31-year-old from Grafton, Ohio. And a swing and a miss. Aranda, after a really good start, has slowed in June, just 186, but he was an all-star last year. He takes high. Lauer's one of those guys, even though the velocity doesn't light up the radar gun, he will try and get you with that 4-seam fastball up.
He's got easy stuff. We just watch his delivery. It's so calm. He's a guy that it's not like you said, right up the radar gun, but it's just so easy and smooth. It deceives the hitter a lot of times. Nice breaking ball over there, just nice and smooth.
Slider that drops in there. Former first-round pick by the Padres out of Kent State, 2016. Ronda spoils one foul. Well, for the Dodgers right now, they are without Tyler Glasnow, without Blake Snell, both those guys on the IL. Inside, and that one almost got him. In time called by Dan Merzell.
This will set up some success for the rest of the game. My goodness. I mean, that's just your way. After those breaking balls, the cutter early, and then the breaking ball, you're trying to hang in there if you're a Ronda, and it just never comes down. Scary moment.
2-2, he waved at it.
And that's why you see that front side leak just a little bit. The cutter there, down and away, lets the fastball, like we showed, up and in. And as a hitter, it's just hard when you've got Lauer center of the mound and he throws that cutter. You see that fastball and just not able to stay on it.
And now here is Junior Caminero. 2 outs, bases empty, just getting started here from Dodger Stadium. John Shelby, David Ross, and Caminero swings and misses. Caminero at 271, 15 homers. Last year he became the second youngest player ever to hit 45 homers. Eddie Matthews, the only guy that did it at a younger age.
Junior, a guy, it's going to be interesting to see how the Dodgers pitch him. He doesn't see a lot of balls in the strike zone. One of the least amount in all of Major League Baseball. He is a dangerous man.
The 1-1.
0-2.
Yeah, in fact, the lowest rate of pitches in the strike zone, and he's adjusted to that. His walk rate has jumped from over 6% to just under 14%. Doesn't chase as much. 2-1. And now 3 balls and a strike. So patience with Junior Caminero as he adjusts to the fact that they're just not throwing strikes to him. Chase rate down, swing rate down, walk rate up. That is hammered right center field. Tucker will go chase after it. It takes a hop, bangs up against the wall. Caminero slides into second, and he's got a rocket 2-out double.
Rocket is the perfect word. This ball is an absolutely, this is what you're supposed to do with a 3-1 fastball when you're the 3-hole hitter in the big leagues. Look at this ball, just staying through it. Nice swing, short, compact. Listen. Just laced in the gap. Nice place there by Tucker. Almost got him at second base. He had to pick it up, but you see here from the side, just nice, not trying to do too much, not pulling off. Big part of the field. That's good hitting.
So the batter now will be Ryan Valade. That one in the air, left field, on its way and out of here. A no-doubter for Valade, and just like that, the Rays have a 2-0 lead. Valade with his 4th of the season. It was hammered. And Lauer frustrated.
See the exit below there. This is something that Lauer's had a little bit of trouble with. He's been really good over here with the Dodgers, but he is susceptible to the long ball. Watch this ball right here. Just throwing that cutter in right into Valade's bat. 109.7 off the bat. This ball is hammered. Back-to-back balls hit extremely hard. And the Rays are off to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, no doubt. And when you look at the struggles that Lauer had when he was in Toronto, the problem was 11 homers in 36 1/3 innings, and that's a large part of the reason why he got DFA'd. He gives up his 5th homer with LA. So 2-zip Rays. And again, this is the team that is last of the majors in homers hit. They don't slug a ton. It's more about getting on base. And Valade, who is a stocky right-handed hitter, but athletic. He's strong and he can run. And that one missing outside to Williamson. Center field. Pages waiting on it, shifting to his left. And he pulls it down for out number 3. Ryan Valade gets into one. And here in the early going from ump camp. See you later. 2-0. And the Dodgers will come up to hit when we come back. Some knee troubles, no trouble right there. First at bat, launch time. And Ohtani goes deep against the White Sox after missing the Friday game. And it looks like everything's okay with the knee.
I think so. I think so. Dave Roberts talked about it a little bit. You wouldn't push this guy as talented as he is, but he probably needed an off day after that knee issue.
Starting lineup brought to you by Alexa Plus. Ohtani, Pages, Freeman, Betts, Muncy, Tucker, Ward, Rushing, and Freeland. They'll get the services of Tommy Edman back tomorrow as Ohtani scoops one foul and out of play.
You hear the fans. He hits one foul ball and it goes in the air. These people go crazy. That's the kind of ticket that they bought today.
First 2 months he was really good, but starting in June he's been back to his superhuman ways as Martinez drops the changeup in for a strike. That is his pitch.
You just took the words out of my mouth. That's where he's going to live and die. That changeup is really good from Nick Martinez.
Time called. Ohtani steps out. Nick Martinez, the 35-year-old from Miami, who has pitched so well for the Rays. Ohtani back in. Here's the 0-2. Slater waits and makes the catch, and Martinez able to retire Ohtani. All right, so Nick Martinez, as we mentioned, off to a sensational start at 2.43 ERA, and a guy who grew up in Miami, played his college ball at Fordham. He doesn't strike a ton of people out, though, Rossi.
No, this is the guy you want to play behind, though. You want him on the mound, throws first pitch strike, and leads the league in innings per pitch at 13.5.
Yeah, so he's very efficient. We're going to give you another crack at first pitch strikes coming up in the fourth.
First pitch strikes.
I thought we had rehearsed that. It went so well.
I'm sorry. Tongue-tied.
Ball and no strikes, Martinez. And that one missing. Nick Martinez. Yeah, I mean, when you look at this Rays staff, they throw a lot of first pitch strikes.
And I think that's part of their plan and why they have such success. They're coming right at you, making you be ready. It's extremely hard as a hitter to get that timing down.
2-1 on Pages, who's having a really fine season. He's an excellent defender, but the bat has been very good. He asks for time. Freddie Freeman lurking in the on-deck circle. That one off the end of the bat on the ground. Aranda himself. Pages is out. And there's 2 away. Freddie Freeman.
First baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
What a career this dude has put together. Now 2,500 hits. He's 36 years old. Mark DeRosa likes to say death, taxes, and Freddie Freeman. He was on MLB Central, and Lauren Shahadi asked him death, taxes, and Freddie goes, me. Bounce towards first, but foul.
I got to be around this guy when he debuted in Atlanta, and a teammate of his. There's not a more professional at bat that you're going to see in the league. He's so consistent, posts every single day. And oh yeah, he's a great human and a great teammate. So happy for Freddie.
And he'll be headed to Cooperstown. Martinez ready, the 0-1. That one missing downstairs. Nick Martinez, the changeup is the pitch to be aware of. He likes that sinker as well. Velocity's dialed up a bit tonight. Freeman pops one foul. Freddie has been hot last 24, hitting .315 and slugging over 600. So among active players, he leads in hits, in extra base hits, runs batted in, runs, and tied for 6th in homers.
That was a nice pitch and a nice foul off there from Freddie. That front hip two-seamer, it's going to be hard to get Freddie. He is ready to hit. It's such a simple swing, Boog. When there's no movement, it gets that foot down early, kind of a left-handed Albert Pujols. You know, not a whole lot of lower body action.
Next offering fouled away. If you watch Freddie Freeman and his swing and batting practice, he is not trying to go home run derby on you.
No, he's staying inside the baseball. It's left center thought process, just so simple. See how early he gets that leg kick out of the way? It's just kind of foot down. It's so simple and smooth.
Line drive out towards left center. And the catch is made by Valade. Martinez gets him 1-2-3. Ryan Valade's 2-run homer has given the Rays the lead at the end of 1. A Liberty Mutual. Bundle and save on your car and home insurance. Of course, these two teams meeting up in the 2020 World Series at the neutral site down at Arlington, Texas, with the Dodgers prevailing. The first of 3 World Series titles for Dave Roberts over this run. And back here at Dodger Stadium, I mentioned in our open, the Dodgers last year drew 4 million people. First time since 2008 the team had drawn over 4 million.
It's a lot of fans, and they've got such a good product out here on the field, and you know they've been really good for a long time and deserve all the success that they're having with the fans and being able to watch this product.
Swing and a miss from Austin Slater. Slater getting a start in right field here tonight. Playing for the Rays. I guess you'd say his hometown team. He grew up in Jacksonville, went to the same high school that produced Chipper Jones, played his college ball at Stanford.
Jacksonville Bowls, not far from Tallahassee, Florida, where
there we go.
There we go. There's my nugget for the day.
Base hit, left center field, and while we have a moment back to the studio, we'll check in Kevin Connors and Adam Ottavino. Wow. Yeah, it's been a while. Cubs had Carson Kelly, their catcher, hit for the cycle last year. PCA leading the National League in wins above replacement and continues to be. We saw him yesterday as the Giants beat the Cubs, but he is some kind of player.
He has been hot as of late.
Pitch in for a strike to Cedric Mullins. Ball to strike to the center fielder. Signed a 1-year deal for $7.5 million. Heating up a little bit. 3 homers in his last 10. Mullins, who was an all-star with the Orioles back in 2021. And one time in his career was a switch hitter.
All 3.
Slater, the runner at first, nobody out. First inning homer for the Rays, Ryan Valade. As Freeman over there holding Slater on. Lauer. Kick steals. That one in tight. Ball 4, and now 2 aboard, and the Rays have a threat. Nick Fortes will come up to him.
We talked a little bit about Lauer's success. It's about getting ahead, pounding the strike zone. Just hadn't been able to quite lock it in yet here early on in this contest.
That one bunted towards third. Muncy up with it. Fires to first. And getting over is Freeland to cover. So the sacrifice executed.
This is Rays baseball right here. They're probably leading the league in this type of baseball. They like to have action. They like to put pressure. Nice bunt here by Fortes. Getting out there early. Right down the line to Muncy. No drama on the bunt, just nice and easy. Second, third, nobody out for the Tampa Bay Rays.
So Kevin Cash putting 2 into scoring position for Tyler Walls. And a pitch outside.
And this is where you love to have that type of contact, a guy that can handle the bat like Walls. Defensive guy, but knows how to put a good at bat on you.
That sac bunt, by the way, you might think, you know, the Rays, they're analytically inclined for sure, but there's no doubt there's the human aspect for them, and they are now leading the majors in sacrifice bunts.
Appreciate you fact checking me on that. Nice cutter there. I was speaking a little too early. I knew that we had to be close. I did a game in Boston already once for them. I knew I had to be up there, but it's a nice little cutter there from Lauer, getting back into the count. Backdoor slider. Trying to stay hard in here.
Freeman creeping in at first. And that one bunted towards first. Freeman looked at home, goes to first, and a little safety squeeze as Slater comes in, and it's 3-0.
It's got to be my National League background for so long, but I love this style of baseball. I know home runs win baseball games and win championships, but it is fun to watch a team handle the bat, go about their business. Right here, cutter in for Walls, just pushes it to Freeman, no play to be made, softens the bunt to be able to get a run in.
First one to Yandy Diaz, missing upstairs. Diaz lined to right his first time. He hits here with Mullins at third and 2 away, and the Rays leading 3-0. And there's a strike from Lauer. Yandy has been an all-star once. That was 2023, and he won the batting title that year.
For such a big guy, it's just such a calm approach. It's really quiet. Doesn't feel like he's ever off balance.
Still waiting for StatCast to come up with who you would want in an arm wrestling contest and see where Yandy ranks in that, because that's who I have.
Those are big biceps.
I mean,
Eduardo loves to talk about those things.
The 2-1. Here's the part of this Rays offense, and especially the two of the top 3 guys in Diaz and Caminero. They have 6 guys in this lineup that have under a 20% strikeout rate. The league average is 22%. Diaz delivers this slug, and he strikes out 12% of the time.
Yeah, he's a rare. He doesn't get enough love in the league. To me, for one, such a big guy. I mean, that's not what the prototypical leadoff hitter looks like.
Yeah, that says it all right there. Lowest strikeout rate, lowest swing and miss rate. In fact, that swing and miss rate is lowest by any team since 2015. On the ground up the middle, Betts collects and throws out Diaz. The Rays use a bunt to pick up a run. It's 3-0 midway in the second. Tonight's starters have in common they both went overseas and decided to come back, and things certainly got better for Nick Martinez. Eric Lauer went over, pitched for the Kia Tigers in the KBO, but for Martinez, he found his form over there pitching in Japan. It was there that he finally settled on his changeup grip. Here's the one part, though, that I find really interesting. He's a curious dude. He mentioned he went to Fordham. He was a position player and a pitcher there. But he went out to Driveline. You and I went out there to go check it out in Seattle. And that one line, fair ball, base hit. And that one getting into the corner. Valade will dig it out. And Mookie Betts showing signs of late. And it's a leadoff double.
We talked to Dave Roberts about Mookie's struggles, and he said it's trending up. And how does he know that? He's hitting the ball really hard. One of the most unlucky guys in baseball right now, but you see here, he smashes this ball down and in, gets the barrel of the bat out there in front. Nice swing for a double by Mookie to get this inning started.
So Betts is in a scoring position, and now Nick Martinez will have to deal with Max Muncy. Muncy with 16 homers. And this one popped up and foul out of play. Saturday, he hit 2 more homers. And it was the 4th time that he had unloaded twice in a game. This guy now with 225 home runs with the Los Angeles Dodgers. 6th all-time in franchise history. That one line, and then dropped it first by Aranda, tossed to first, save! Muncy beat it out. And we'll see if they're going to look at it. Kevin Cash looking out to Dan Bellino, the crew chief and first base umpire. They will not look at it.
Hard hit ball out in front there from Muncy. Aranda just outstretched, was trying to catch it and going to try to get Mookie off second. Didn't secure the bag. An underhand toss to Nick Martinez there, just a little slow. I don't know that he could have gone overhand. It's a tough throw.
He's got to catch that, though.
He's got to catch that for sure.
So Betts stayed put at second. They scored it a base hit, but I do think Aranda probably should have come up with that. The Rays, as a team, kind of middle of the packish in baseball defensively. They're below average at the corners with Caminero at third and Aranda at first.
Sure.
And look, they deliver offense in those spots.
Sure, and I think he just got a little bit ahead of himself at first base. You know, trying to get 2 outs in 1 and just ball hitting, took his eye off it a little bit early, hit him right in the palm and got knocked out.
There's Tucker now with a count 1-0. There's that changeup from Martinez. He's a reverse splits guy because of the changeup. Rossi, this year against the changeup, batters are hitting 113 against it. And they have 1 extra base hit. 1. And so the lefties don't hit them all that well. In fact, righties hit them better, right on right.
That ball coming into you from a righty feels like just a slower sinker sometimes. Those lefties see heater right out of the hand. He sells it so good. It's such a good changeup, as you mentioned, but he sells it so good and has real depth to it.
Betts at second. Muncy at first. The Rays a 3-0 lead, bottom of the 2nd. Swing and a miss. Awkward swing from Kyle Tucker. And it's 2-2.
I think this is one of the guys they'd like to get going a little bit. Been such a good player for a while. You see here, here's that changeup, just disappears. Starts right, but look at how he sees it, straight right down the middle, and just ends up in the dirt by the time he gets to the catcher.
Two. Pop foul out of play. Yeah, Martinez, I asked him, okay, so your changeup has normally been good. How have the Rays helped you? He said between Kyle Snyder and their R&D, he said, I always felt depth was the most important thing. He said run is the thing that has been super important for him. And you look at him third behind Schlittler and Martin.
I feel like it's got splitty action with the depth, right?
Yes.
And I hear that, but the thing just falls off the table. And it's a perfect matchup here for Tucker. Tucker, it's tough. He's trying to sneak that four-seamer up. He's got that low bat path, and then he has to catch up, and that changeup just disappears.
That one downstairs. Tucker with a good take, 3-2.
Really nice take there by Tucker.
Now Kyle Tucker signed that mega contract. 4 years, $240 million. Last 17 games, hitting just 188. He's got 2 on and nobody out. 3-2. High fly ball, right field. That's back some more, and it's gone. We are tied. Kyle Tucker with his 6th, 3-3. Tucker, whose start with the Dodgers has been less than ideal.
Really nice at bat. 8-pitch at bat. You see the changeup just stays a little more on the plate. Has to throw it for a strike, first and second. Nobody out, and just leaves it middle. Nice swing by Kyle Tucker.
8-pitch at bat, and it ends with Tucker depositing that one over the right field wall.
That's got to feel good for Kyle Tucker.
Now Ryan Ward fouls one back, 0-2.
I thought that 2-2 take on that changeup was the difference maker in the at-bat.
That one lined left field towards the corner. Foul. And I mean just foul. Third base umpire Shane Leibensbarger on it.
Ryan Ward got just an absolute liner down the line.
That is reviewable, fair or foul in the outfield.
But how he hit this ball is what is so impressive. He just doesn't keep this quite fair, it looks like. Man.
Wow, just skidded off the
great shot.
Edge of the wall, foul. Martinez. And delivers up and in. That's the first homer he's allowed on a changeup this year.
Good nugget.
Reaching left field, Valade back, and he makes the catch. Out number 1.
It's funny, when I was coming up, this was like Death Valley Ballpark, Dodger Stadium, and now it leads the majors in home runs. That's shocking, isn't it?
It is the best home run hitters park in baseball, even better than Coors Field, better than Great American Ballpark. And I think there are a number of reasons for it. Obviously, they put a pretty good offensive team on the field. That one laced center field. Mullins is there, and he makes the catch. Wow, rushing, hit that right on the button. But finishing the thought, I remember probably 7-8 years ago talking to Andrew Friedman, and he said there used to be this idea that at night at Dodger Stadium the ball dies. He said in general the marine layer is gone and the ball has started to carry at night, and you see it now in the numbers. This is a pretty good offensive park, but it is a great home run hitters park, and when you were coming up, that was not the case.
No, definitely. And there was a visible difference, a noticeable difference between day and night games. If you had a day game, the ball flew. That marine layer that came in at night was real. But it is a beautiful park.
Third oldest park in the majors, built 1962. Only Fenway and Wrigley older. And obviously they've done a number of renovations, but it's held up really well, and it is still beautiful. And I think most players feel the same. I remember when I was a broadcaster with the then Florida Marlins. Remember they used to park the buses out in center field. So to leave, you'd walk out. And I walked out with Jim Eisenreich and I asked him, "You like this park?" And he said, "Yeah, the first time I played here, the first thing that went through my head was, man, this is the big leagues."
This is a different deck. Sean Green told me, he's like, you know how you make the team? I hadn't made the team yet. First time I made the team out of spring training. He's like, if your picture's on the side of Dodger Stadium, you know you're on their team. And I was looking hard and I found it. Everybody started dogpiling me and on the bus as a rookie. It was especially LaDuca, Dave Roberts, Sean Green, special guys.
3-2. Swing and a miss. Martinez gets Freeland. And he gets a 1-2-3 after the homer. But Kyle Tucker, whose Dodger tenure off to a sluggish start, he unloads. 3-3 as we head to the third. You're watching ESPN Baseball presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Back here Los Angeles as Eric Lauer gets back at it and delivers a strike to Jonathan Aranda. It'll be Aranda, then Caminero, and then Valade. Folks still making their way into Dodger Stadium. You know the drill. Late arriving, early leaving, but still an incredible fan base.
You see why they get 4 million people. This place is packed on a Monday night.
No question. Swing and a miss from Aranda.
When I was here, we had Gagne. Anytime you were losing traffic, or anytime you were winning, traffic was like an extra hour getting out of here when game over was flashed up on that board. Eric Gagne.
The 1-2.
Timeout.
And he got him with that one. Lauer frustrated.
Good right there.
He almost hit Aranda in his first at bat, and he plunks him in this plate appearance. Folks, the MLB app has you covered all season long. Get personalized highlights and push notifications just for you. Download the MLB app, the #1 app for live baseball. And here is Junior Caminero, a double and a run scored his first time. Pitch in for a strike to Caminero. They got Junior Caminero.
The previous pitch was called a strike.
The batter has challenged.
And they're going to challenge. ABS Challenge powered by T-Mobile. And it's a strike.
The count is 0-1. Tampa Bay has 1 remaining challenge.
Dan Merzel, our plate umpire. One tap softly to third. Muncy collects the hop, throws, and got him at first. Nice play by Max. And with 1 out, a man at second, and here comes the guy that gave the Rays the early lead, Ryan Valade, no doubt about it.
I mean, you see there just that cutter. Look at that bat speed, 979. Distance 422, and it sounded like it went 5,000 feet when it came off the bat.
Lauer misses that time.
Feels like on this broadcast there's just such good microphones that, I mean, we're hearing it all. I don't know if that's the guys got set up a little bit earlier, or we just got some better microphones here in LA, but feels like we're in the game.
It's our guy Grumpy.
Grumpy.
He's getting it done. 2 balls, no strikes on Valade, originally drafted by the Rockies in 2017. Right-hand batter waits. Man at second, 1 out. And Lauer will step off. Valade going to get a chance to play tonight against the lefties. Hit lefties in his brief big league career. Chandler Simpson has their main guy in left field, speed threat. And he's been going through it a little bit, not just at the plate, but even on the bases. So Valade starts here. In the air, right field. Tucker started in, now back. And there's 2 away. Time for an update. We send it back to the studio and Kevin Connors.
Number 15, Ben Williamson.
Ooh, Otto, young Jim Tomei. I like that. Yeah, he just touches it and it goes. First offering here to Ben Williamson, and that one in for a strike. Nothing in one. Man in scoring position. A base hit could give the Rays the lead. The big Amish. He's one of the top hitters in baseball, really, since debuting. Line drive, base hit, right field. Tucker will pick it up. They're going to send the runner. Throw to the plate. Tucker, one-hop tag. Out at the dish. Kyle Tucker cuts down Jonathan Aranda. So Tucker has been factoring in huge here tonight. A one-hop strike to the dish.
Absolute cannon here. Kyle Tucker, absolute cannon. One hop, exactly what you want. Great throw.
No, the homer was great, and I got to give Kyle a lot of credit, and you know, our hitting guys, they've been working, and I think if you notice, like if you guys can pull it up, a week ago or even before, you know, the stride was considerably longer. And then so the last couple of days they've been trying to work to shorten that stride, you know, because I think when you start scuffling, you want to go get the baseball, and then you really can't make your swing work or sequence if your stride is too long. So that last at bat, you can see it was so nice, and he was dialed, and to get rewarded was huge, and obviously to make a great throw, and even with Slater jumping in the middle of that play.
Nick Martinez will get back to work. Give me a couple of injury updates. Ohtani, how's the knee? And Edman back tomorrow?
Tommy will be back tomorrow, active. I think he's going to come off the bench tomorrow. He'll be in there on Wednesday versus McClanahan. And then Shohei's fine. You know, the knee is a little balky. And he feels it more throwing or pitching, but with the bat, we're going to obviously be mindful of running and stealing, things like that. But he's in a good spot right now.
David Ross, would you like to say hi to your old teammate?
Hey, buddy, miss you. Good to see you.
Hi, Rossi. I'm sitting next to your favorite player of all time, Freddie Freeman. How about that?
He definitely is.
I know he is. I know.
I've already been giving him love.
You've already been giving him love on the air? Yeah, I love Freddie. Freddie's great.
Doc, thanks so much.
No, boys, take care. I wish I could have a beer with you guys right now, but I got to work.
All right, us too. I'd be up for that.
Well, I'm drinking.
Fellas, bye.
I did. All right. I love that story. I didn't realize that your son Cole is named after his son Cole.
I was a rookie, and Dave would take me to dinners, and we actually ate a lot of breakfast. My routine started as a young guy with him. He'd get up, go to breakfast, come back and hang out. But yeah, I fell in love with his son Cole David Roberts, and my son's Cole David Ross.
Third base, Caminero handles the chance, and they get Ohtani, and you can see him just hobbling a tiny bit. All right, so that last inning ended on a throw to the plate by Kyle Tucker. Watch Austin Slater. Got to get the bat out of the way. Don't mind me, Dalton Rushing.
I saw that taking place. I'm like, is he trying to deke the catcher? Like, now you see the ball, now you don't? Like, what is this? I thought it was the bad boy at first. I was like, no, that's Slater.
I've seen Jake Cronenworth do that. I think it was in Pittsburgh, but it wasn't as soon or as close as the throw was coming in.
I think Slater could have caught that ball and tagged Aranda. That's how close it was. Take a look at this. Nice and smooth, no hurry, and just an absolute one hop. But what is literally 5 feet before the ball gets to him.
Laced foul. Of course, remember in the 2002 World Series, JT Snow scooping up Darren Baker, Dusty's son. He was just a little squirt. 1-2. On the ground, but foul of third.
Just to put a bow on that, Cole Roberts traveled with us a lot when I was young. An amazing kid. He's now a minor league coach in the Detroit Tigers organization. Just a phenomenal human being, and that's how just being around him and Dave and Trisha, their whole family, Emily, just really good family, and he just stood out to me. I always loved the name.
That is wonderful. Yeah, Cole now, as we mentioned, is coaching in that Tiger system. As Pages fouls one back. Andy Pages with one out, bases empty, facing Nick Martinez, who fires. That one downstairs. You look at Nick Martinez. Remember, Mike Clevenger used to have a move like this, but the way it's almost like he's had too much coffee, right? Where that left foot's going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. And now we're going to start.
That rhythm is good for him, you know, finding that. You love to feel that backside as a pitcher, and even hitters, you know, those guys that got a little bit of the tap or the rhythm in the box. You want to feel your lower half. Everything works out of this, and you see there, he just almost looks anxious, doesn't he?
2-2 is right there. Got him looking. Martinez freezes Pages, and there's 2 away.
2 pitches before this, you saw Pages have a great take, and you heard out of their dugout, great take, somebody yelled, taking that change up, down, and in. Well, he backs that up with 94, right down and in, just frozen pizza. Able to look at it. Here's the umpire cam, just right there. You think that ball is going to fade, and it doesn't.
First one to Freddie Freeman, in for a strike. There's your 1. And Freeman slices that one foul and out of play.
It was nice that I got to at least see Freddie on TV. I went to look for him, and
couldn't find him.
He
heard you too. I mean, he was giggling.
He told me he had his son Charlie had a game today, so he was taking a nap when I came in.
The 0-2, blocked foul down that left side. Freeman with that swing that is tailored, and you touched on it earlier. It's basically, if you were to look at Taylor Walls, the shortstop, he is thinking, I want to hit a line drive over his head. On the ground to the right side, knocked down by Williamson. He'll throw him out, and Martinez gets him 1, 2, 3. 6 straight retired by the right-hander. We're at the end of 3, and we're tied at 3.
Names going.
Me and David Ross, and we are joined by the manager of the Tampa Bay Rays out of the first base dugout. Did you see Austin Slater scrambling in front of home plate? I think he could have caught that and tagged the runner out, is what David Ross said.
Guys, that's a design play. We work on that in spring training. He came in afterwards. He goes, am I allowed to do that? And I didn't know what he was talking about. Then I went back and looked at it on the iPad. I was like, yeah, no, you're not allowed to do that.
I'm like, now you see it, now you don't.
What a play by their catcher. I mean, he must have had no idea what was going on right there.
It was a perfect one hop right to him. It was funny though. Like the replay is just comical.
When we're looking at the dugout iPad, we were all said the exact same thing.
Tell me about Nick Martinez and what you've seen. I mean, a rare extra base hit against the changeup, but he's settled in.
Yeah, he has. He's thrown the ball well, and look, he's going to go to it. That's his bread and butter. I don't fault him at all for throwing a 3-2. Right there to Tucker, and he went down and kind of got it and does what he does. But Nick's fine. He's gonna. That was a big inning right there to get the top of the order and get us back here in the batter's box.
Hey, real quick, you told us about Nick Martinez. Kind of a rare thing for a pitcher to be as much of a clubhouse leader as he is, huh?
Yeah, it is. No doubt about it. Those guys go once every 5 days, but he spends as much time working with his teammates and talking and interacting on those 4 days in between. He's been so valuable on the mound, but definitely valuable in the clubhouse and in the dugout for us.
Good to check in with you. Thanks for the time.
All right, guys. Okay.
Kevin Cash right there. Slater, after his bat removal heroics.
I love that he asked the manager, "Can I do that?"
No.
You can't. You cannot.
Oh, man.
I wonder if the umpire even saw it.
That is vintage Kevin. You talk about Kevin Cash. I would say his biggest mentor is Terry Francona. And if you told me who is that line from, it's a design play. We work on that in spring training. If Kevin Cash hadn't said it, I would have guessed Terry Francona.
You're exactly right. You are exactly right. They are witty and funny and comical and self-deprecating. They're just fun to be around, and it's no wonder they've been in the game so long.
2-0 to Mullins, and that finds the mark. And when you look at, I mean, winningest active managers, it's Francona, who will be in Cooperstown by a mile, then A.J. Hinch, and then Dave Roberts and Kevin Cash. And certainly Dave Roberts going to find his way to Cooperstown. Mullins swings through that. I got a chance to chat with Eric Neander, the president of baseball ops for the Rays, about Kevin Cash. And I said, well, what makes him so good at this job? He said he is consistent and has the rarest blend of strength and humility. That one fouled off. The other thing he said that I thought was interesting, he said he handles conflict exceptionally well. And when we talked to him pregame, I asked Kevin Cash about that. He said, look, these guys got a lot on their plate. They appreciate directness.
Yeah, shooting them straight is rule number one in the manager's seat, and he has such a good way about him. You see him laughing, he's funny, there's a lot of light to him, but he's never shied away from talking in a room or leading. He's a good human and a really good baseball guy. Been around the game a really long time and had some really good mentors.
Yeah, super curious, and he credits the Rays front office for making him open to ideas, and he's just got a good way about him.
Well, the handles conflict part is really just a big part of the job. And a nice cutter there from Lauer to get Mullins for strike 3. But, you know, when you're sitting in that seat, there's just a lot of negativity that can come your way in conflict. And being able to put those fires out, keep everybody still pushing in the right direction, and that goes for the front office, it goes for the media, handling the media, and also obviously the players and your staff.
Well, certainly working in the broadcast booth as well. I mean, there's been plenty of conflict already here tonight.
I'm having a terrible time.
0-1.
Oh man.
The pitch to Fortes.
All out.
And that one missed. Lauer looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. Now this Dodger team has done such a good job preventing runs, and as a pitching staff they have the lowest OPS allowed in baseball, and it's an interesting combo because their offense has the best OPS, so they could be the first team since 1974 to have highest OPS and lowest OPS allowed, despite Snell on the IL and Glasnow on the IL. There's Emmett Sheehan on the right. Justin Wroblewski. And Dave Roberts with Bob Guerin, his lieutenant, at his side. Mark Pryor presides over the pitching. Let's send it back to the studio. Kevin Connors, Adam Ottavino.
Boog, we have PCA heading for the cycle tonight. And Otto, how about Colt Keith, a 3-homer game?
Yeah, what do you think about hitting 3/4 of your home runs on the season in one night? Colt Keith using those Crawford boxes.
Third 3-homer game this season, Boog. The other two, Andy Pages and Max Muncy.
There you go. This one bounced foul, and it kicks off the front edge of that Dodger dugout. As Taylor Walls stands in. Walls put down a sac bunt his first time, picked up an RBI on the safety squeeze. Walls not big with the bat, but he is elite level defense.
Timeout, timeout, timeout.
And I mean elite. The Rays feel like he is the best defensive shortstop in the game. Former third-round pick out of Florida State.
Yeah, Tallahassee guy. He does my camps in the offseason. I know Taylor Walls really well, and it's good to see him having so much success. I know he wants to continue to have better at bats, but like I said, he's got a lot to his game that affects the team in a winning way.
And that one bottom edge of the strike zone, just in there. And Walls having a little chat with Dan Merzell. Dan Merzell, our plate umpire. Dan Bellino, our crew chief at first. Mark Ripperger at second. Shane Lavitzbarger at third. And that one just got a piece of the bottom half. I asked Dan Bellino for a note on Dan Merzell. He said, well, he went to Johns Hopkins, and just by that alone, it gives you an idea he's way too smart for this gig. Johns Hopkins, of course, produces a lot of doctors. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Walls is gone. Lauer the strikeout, and he pitches around a 2-out walk. We're midway in the fourth, still knotted up at 3.
The future is happening now on ABC and ESPN. One of the most talented classes in history gives every team a chance at a star. At the NBA Draft, a 2-day event on ESPN and ABC.
Back in LA, and a 3-3 game. Marlins man's in the house, and no real surprise. You get a big event, you usually get Marlins man, but there's drama. There's drama. Marlins man, there's an imposter. Or a body double.
Do we have a turf war?
Well, I think we do. Look at that. There are 2 Marlins men. The world is going on. It's like Bizarro Marlins man right there. That's what it would be on Seinfeld. Bizarro Marlins man. They're not even acknowledging each other. What the world's going on? There's Yoanda Betts. Fake Marlins man, I think, has a slightly better seat.
Fake Marlins man.
Faux Marlins man? What would you like?
I don't know. Overseas Marlins man? I mean, we got these guys. I don't know. I've got nothing. Back to Mookie Betts.
A double and a run scored his first time. Betts transition. Full-time shortstop, was a Gold Glove finalist last year. He was phenomenal in the field. Martinez ready, 1-2. Line drive ripped left field. Valade is there. Betts is out, but he's got to be happy with the way he's swinging it right now.
He's been hitting it hard, but I want to focus on Nick Martinez and this changeup. We've talked about it a lot. He made one mistake and had to come to Tucker 3-2 and just left it middle. But when this thing's got real depth, you see out of the zone for Shohei, down to Pages, down and away to Muncy, and there to Tucker early in the at-bat. I mean, there's real depth to this pitch, and it's got full speed arm action on every single one of them.
I mentioned Nick Martinez pitched his college ball and played at Fordham. He was a two-way player in college, and he told me the dream growing up was to play shortstop in the majors. He was drafted by the Rangers 18th round in 2011. And he said, I showed up at short season A in Spokane, and my second baseman was Rougned Odor. He was 4 years younger than me and better than me as a position player in every aspect. And that's when I decided we'll just focus on the pitching. Swing and a miss. Muncy is down on strikes. There's 2 away.
There's that changeup we were talking about. Real depth.
Kyle Tucker coming to the plate. Last time up, 8-pitch at bat that ended with that. Just got out.
You see there, that's just vintage Tucker too. Keeping 2 hands on the bat. That changeup was right down into his swing.
Hit hard, past the diving Aranda into right field. So Tucker with a 2-out knock. He's had 2 good at bats. And with 2 outs, a man aboard, and the inning continues for Ryan Ward. And he's got that Great throw to the plate to keep this a 3-3 tie. And here's Ryan Ward facing Martinez. David was talking about the changeup earlier for Martinez. That one laced into right field, towards the right field corner. Ward around first, makes his way to second to hold Tucker at third, and two are in scoring position with 2 outs.
Ward keyed in. I mean, all these guys starting to key in on that changeup, and it's hard to do even when you're looking for it, but you see there, just leaves it a little more middle. Ward ready. We saw that line drive to left in his first at bat that he just missed. These guys are trying to stay up the middle. Ward out in front, but still being able to put good wood on this ball and hit it down the line for a double. We got a 2-out double, second and third. Dino Ebel holding up Tucker at third base.
Now Ward, who was the PCL MVP last year, 91 combined homers the last 3 years at AAA. Teoscar Hernandez on the IL with a hamstring issue. As you see, Kyle Snyder on the hill visiting Nick Martinez. Kyle Snyder, who took over as their pitching coach way back in 2018, so he's been on the job for a while. Finished this conversation with Nick Martinez. We're in the fourth and a golden opportunity for Dalton Rushing. 2 aboard and 2 out. John Sciambi, David Ross from Dodger Stadium. Martinez deals.
Really intrigued by Dalton Rushing, just watching him from afar. Just got a little bit of grit to him. I know there's been a little bit of adversity surrounding him, but what a good player. And talking to Dave Roberts, he's going to be a good one.
Swing and a miss. Awkward swing on that changeup. Yeah, some different interactions on slides or lack thereof, and then a comment with Miguel Amaya stealing at second when they played the Cubs. But he could play.
And he's got an edge to him, you know. Sometimes that stuff's frowned upon. When they're on your team, you love them. When you're the visiting team, you may not like it as much. But definitely a talented young player that I think is going to be in the big leagues and have a really good career if he stays healthy.
Will Smith on the IL with that neck issue as that one rolled foul and into the Rays dugout. Rushing hitting here with Tucker at third and Ward at second. Tied up at 3. We're in the bottom of the fourth. That's fouled back. Martinez goes with that sinker there, also uses the cutter. The changeup grip, I started to say early, he learned during COVID. Things were shut down. He was over in Japan, started messing with it. He went out to Seattle, but also he took an online coaching course at Driveline. He got his coach's certification in pitch design. That one is in there. Got him. The changeup freezes Rushing. And he puts that pitch design to good use.
This may be the nastiest one he's thrown all night. Up in the zone after the fastball up and just drops right down the middle for strike 3.
Nick Martinez using the off-speed pitch to his advantage. We're tied at 3 onto the 5th. Fans score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Scan the QR code or visit MLBshop.com, the official source for your favorite team gear. Top of the order, John Sciambi, David Ross here in LA. Rays and Dodgers tied at 3. And Yandy Diaz here 0 for 2. Diaz, who has a vesting option for $13 million if he gets 500 plate appearances, and that seems pretty likely as long as he's healthy. And if he doesn't, there's a team option, I believe, for 10. pretty good chance Yandy Diaz will be back in his uniform.
You're going to see him in that uni. I can pretty much guarantee that.
They got him from Cleveland way back in December of 18. And he's been a centerpiece to their lineup really since.
1-2.
The 1-2. And that is in there. And Yandy Diaz down on strikes.
Craving more baseball? Just tell Siri, show me today's MLB schedule.
Jonathan Aranda now, 1 out, bases empty, 3-3. Aranda fouls one back. He's got Jonathan Aranda back 2015, signed him out of Mexico. 28 years old, plunked and struck out here tonight. On the ground, past the diving Muncy, and a base hit the other way for Aranda.
Timeout. Thank you.
And again, a Rays team that's really good at making contact. They have the fewest extra base hits in the majors and the fewest homers into tonight. After their great start, they've dropped 12 of 19, including 2 of 3 this past weekend in Anaheim.
Ball.
That one missed, although K-Zone.
He said challenge.
I think he must have said it but didn't signal it.
Yeah.
The previous pitch called the ball. The catcher has challenged.
So the previous pitch called the ball. Rushing challenged. It is a strike.
Los Angeles has 2 remaining challenges.
Caminero, a double and a run scored, and he is grounded out. That one is ripped left field and a base hit. Another laser off the bat of Junior Caminero. Caminero, I mean, he's still just a baby, 22 years old.
We were talking earlier, I mean, just how much he's grown already, recognizing the strike zone and not chasing outside. He's only getting better, and he's one of those guys you just love to watch play the game and love to watch it. You can hear there how mad Lauer was, making another mistake there. He's lucky that was a single to get that one back from Junior.
111.5 off the bat. And Caminero, a guy that hits it as hard as anyone.
Top bat speed in the game.
First one to Valade, misses for ball 1. Ryan Valade, a 2-run homer, and he's flied out. 2 on, 1 out for the Rays. We're in the top of the 5th. Fly ball center field. Pages chasing back and slowing down. Makes the catch. Aranda will stay put. So will Caminero. And there's 2 away. Talking about Junior Caminero, they got him in 2021 from Cleveland for Tobias Myers. I asked Eric Neander, okay, so did you think you were getting this? And he said no. There were things they liked about him, but did they think they were getting a 45 homer guy? No. And I mean, that's the way these things work. And you go last.
That's a good list to be on.
Since the start of last year, Schwarber, Judge, Ohtani, Raleigh, and Caminero. There's a strike to Williamson.
I mean, 45 home runs last year for a 21-year-old. That is just in the American League East. This young man can hit, and he's got real power.
2 on, 2 out. Williamson hits it back to the mound, gloved by Lauer. Flip to first. And the Rays not able to break through. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth, 3-3. Fans Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, scan the QR code or go to playball.org and follow Play Ball on X, Facebook, and Instagram. There's Alex Freeland, Nick Martinez. That one misses. You're big on the gram, Rossi.
I'm big on the gram. Well, my teammate started it for me, and
that's a true story,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo made Grandpa Rossi the Instagram account.
That is true. That is. I thought it was called Insta Chat when I first started. But yeah, it's been fun.
The 1-1 is fouled into the mitt of Fortes, and 1-2. I mean, you make a Grandpa Rossi Instagram account, and the next thing you know, you're on Dancing with the Stars.
Well, that's when it grew. I think I was out here in LA for about 10 weeks.
I would love to. What did it go from? You got any idea from what to what?
No, I have no idea. I know I had KB came in the first day and was like, "You've got 30,000 followers," and I just started this thing last night. I was like, well, that's more because of you than me. Yeah. Chris Bryant, I'm talking about.
Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo made your Instagram account. 2-2. Pop foul. I mean, that would be good information to know your followers went from what to what, from Dancing with the Stars to after Dancing with the Stars.
To be determined. I'll find that out. I'll try to look. I don't know how to look that up. Nice changeup.
Swing and a miss. There's that pitch for Nick Martinez.
I mean, I know we talked about it a lot coming in, but when you just witness it in person, this thing falls off the table. Nice job mixing the, you can't stay on it. The swing is long. He's trying to stay through it. You just can't. It's got real depth and run, as we were talking about earlier. Nice pitch.
Ball one to Shohei Ohtani.
I feel like this is a guy, when you show too many changeups to, is such a good hitter. One of the top 2 hitters in the game, and he's got big time power if he's able to drop that barrel down.
The 1-0. And that's in there for a strike. Ohtani, who will pitch Wednesday in this series. It'll be the 6th straight Wednesday that he's pitched on. They're on a 6-man rotation, so it's basically like he's pitching back in Japan. It's once a week. Wednesday's your day, big guy. Go get him. He has been bothered by the knee, and I guess because of the issue, he bumped his bullpen back, right?
Yeah, we asked Dave Roberts about that. And what you see here, like just talking about Nick Martinez and how he's throwing that slider down and in. You haven't seen, he's running that 2-seamer in off that comes back inside. Ohtani fouling that one off, but pitching Shohei a lot different than he has the rest of the lineup, trying to pound him in and stay away from something that might be out over soft.
Nick Martinez, the 2-2. Struck him out. Oh, he got him with a 4-seamer at 94. How about that?
Really nice seeing that. We got a nice change up to start that. 2-seamer in, miss, back foot slider, and then 4-seamer just blows doors after that 2-seamer strike in. Really nice job of mixing it up there to that at bat for Shohei.
6 strikeouts now for Nick Martinez, and they gave up the 3-run homer to Tucker and a couple of hits in the 4th. Otherwise been pretty solid. The 1-0 to Pages is laced foul.
I mean, he's been great since the second.
Martinez ready and fires. Drilled to center, right at Mullins. He's there to make the catch. And Martinez able to get him 1, 2, 3. We're on to the 6th, 3-3.
Kevin Adam in studio. Dramatic finish at Wrigley tonight. Rockies up 4-3. It's Pedro Ramirez.
Yeah, great night for the Cubs. They get their 9th walk-off of the season. A little sloppy by my rock show. 3 walks and an error in the inning, but the Cubs benefit from it.
This is the 3rd issued by Seth Halverson. Matt Shaw walks it off. That's a major league leading 9th walk-off, Boog.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous when you look at the Cubs this season at home have 21 wins. 9 are walk-off wins.
Wow.
Austin Slater here.
That's so good for the psyche of the team, staying in it. Those are the type of teams that you build those up throughout the season, end up carrying into the August and September when you never give up, and kind of those dog days. Feel like you're never out of a game.
The 1-1. Lauer gave up 3 early runs. He pitches into the 6th here. The 2-1. We do not have him mic'd up, by the way. It seems like we have him mic'd up. We do not.
I literally just like, I got a little Jake Peavy in there, you know, just screaming.
Yes.
Love it. Competitive.
3-1. And that is ball 4. Although right on the border, and yeah, that was strike.
Center fielder Cedric Mullins.
But they neglected to challenge, so the leadoff man is aboard. Slater at first, and now it's Mullins at the plate.
Might have some action here.
Sounded like he broke his back. Betts steps on second for 1, on to first, 2. It's a double play. And 2 down.
Mookie Betts, really nice feel here. Ball off the end of the bat. Goes over to get it, but step and throw all at one time to get a speedy Mullins. Probably doesn't turn this double play if he doesn't step and throw immediately with Slater bearing down on him. Really nice play defensively by Mookie Betts right there.
2 away, and the batter is Nick Fortes. I don't know that Mookie Betts gets quite enough attention for taking himself and being one of the best defensive outfielders we've seen probably in the last 20 years or so. I mean, he won 6 Gold Gloves. That one bounced foul off the foot of Fortes.
Well, listen, Mookie came up in 2014 after we won the World Series in Boston, and he was a second baseman. They moved to the outfield because we needed somebody. Jackie Bradley Jr. was scuffling and kind of took the place out there, played a little bit of center, played a little bit of right, and then moved back into second, and now he's playing short. The guy is one of the better athletes we've seen in a long time, and his skill set in 2 really big markets. I think he's got 4 rings now.
Indeed he does. And he made his major league debut on Sunday Night Baseball at Yankee Stadium. And like you said, a guy who was drafted originally as an infielder, but to go from playing outfield and being a great defender as an outfielder to being a great defender as an infielder, especially at a middle infield position.
Well, I got to be around Dino Ebel, their infield outfield coordinator, one of the guys that works with guys. He said he's a worker. He's known him a long time, worked with him, and this guy puts in the work every day.
You know, last year he was working every day at it. And one of the things, little subtle adjustments he made with his glove. The infielders use different size gloves. Some guys use a smaller glove depending on the position. And I mean, he was doing stuff like adjusting his glove by what, half an inch.
Yeah.
Center field, Pages calls off Freeland. Pages makes the grab. Well, a leadoff walk, and then the bouncer, and Mookie Betts turns it into 2, and Lauer facing the minimum in the 6th here at Dodger Stadium. Rays and Dodgers tied at 3.
New Cola.
You're watching ESPN Baseball presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Back here at Dodger Stadium, Nick Martinez back to work. Freeman, Betts, and Muncy scheduled for Los Angeles. As Freddie takes inside. Freddie Freeman, 9 times an All-Star, won the MVP back in 2020, and almost certainly headed for Cooperstown. Got a chance at 3,000 hits, you have to think. And he's come up with some dramatic postseason moments the last couple of postseasons. I guess specifically in the World Series, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this guy's a pro at bat, no matter whether it's spring training or, like you said, in the World Series. But what's amazing to me, and being or knowing him early on, I mean, he was hurt a lot early on in his career. He had some eye issues. He had some wrist things going on, and the fact to be able to accumulate that many hits in this amount of time is really impressive.
Grew up in Orange County. You know, his dad connected with him. His dad, Fred, and would throw BP to him, and they have this incredible bond. And I thought he said the most wonderful thing. Remember a couple years ago, game 1, the walk-off grand slam against Nestor Cortez, and his dad said, I never meant for him to be a major league player. It was just something we did together. I just wanted him to make his high school team have friends and ride the bus with the boys.
Wow, that's such a great statement. That is such a great. Well, a lot of people don't know. I don't know the people watching, but he wears sleeves every game in honor of his mom, who
Rosemary, who died of skin cancer.
Yes, sir.
And 5 as well is a number that's sort of an ode to her, because with his mom and dad, and then his brothers Andrew and Philip, they were the Freeman 5. He's gotten a chance, 5th year with Los Angeles. Yeah,
Freeman 5. Second to the Jackson 5.
That's right. The 2-2.
Man, what a take.
And this is the stuff that Dave Roberts was talking about when we met with him pregame, just the at-bat. He was talking about an at-bat in Pittsburgh where they were, you know, the outcome was decided, and Freeman in the late stages just grinding with a deep at-bat. He fouls this one off, but gosh, he can. I mean, we talk about Caminero and Diaz being guys that deliver slug, but with high contact rate, and that's what Freddie does. Pitch number 10 of this plate appearance. Fouled off. That got a piece of Fortes, and Freeman checking on him.
It really is. This is the type of at-bat that, you know, you expect in a tight game like this, 3-3, second half of the game. But Freddie Freeman's giving you this at-bat. It doesn't matter, like I said, whether you're in spring training or in the postseason or in a day game and you're getting blown out in Pittsburgh. That's how big of a pro he is.
3-2. And Freeman will take ball 4, and Freddie Freeman is aboard.
That is the definition of a pro at bat there. Really nice job with such a good changeup from Martinez to be able to foul off those fastballs, found them back, keeping the bat in the zone for a long time, waiting on that changeup, never getting it, and being able to work a walk.
Check swing, did not go, says first base umpire Dan Bellino. Cam Booser is up in the Rays pen, the lefty. Freeman at first, nobody out, tied at 3. And this one popped in the air. Williamson out, and he'll give way to Mullins. And Mookie retired. "96 pitches for Martinez, a season high. Kevin Cash out of the dugout. And he will take the baseball. Solid outing for Nick Martinez, who is gone with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th.
Morning, Pete. Coffee's up.
Nick Martinez done is responsible for the runner at first. As of now, for Martinez, he's allowed 3 or fewer runs in 13 of 14 starts. Muncy takes down and away from Cam Booser. 5th appearance, 7 punch outs. This guy, an amazing story of perseverance. One downstairs. Booser, who debuted at the age of 31 back in 2024, but he endured Tommy John surgery, 50-game suspension for marijuana, and then as well he retired at one point in 2017. And now here he is getting an opportunity. Last year at the White Sox, 39 appearances, pitched for the Red Sox in 2024. Booser 3-0. Once he checked his swing, appeal to third, did not go, and it's a walk. And now the Rays are in business, 2 on and 1 out. Or I should say the Dodgers are in business. Kyle Snyder out to the mound. Kyle Tucker coming up. And Tucker with that big home run, and he was pumped up. He's also made this throw.
And a nice throw. I mean, just one hop there. Pitch and catch. Really nice job. Tucker's having a night. Could add to it here. First and second, 1 out.
Kyle Snyder going out to just settle Booser down.
Now batting for the Dodgers.
The other part of Booster's story, a broken back after being hit by a car while riding his bicycle. So a lot that he has been through. Here he is getting a pitch at the big league level. Always loud here at Dodger Stadium, so he pumps up pitch comm. That's what he was doing, hitting the volume. Tucker down, 2 aboard, 1 out. And a foul ball. Kyle Tucker, an 8-pitch at bat in the 2nd that ended with a 3-run homer, and then a hard single to right in the 4th.
It definitely gets loud here. One of the loudest stadiums. That speaker system is no joke.
Oh my gosh.
On the field.
Yes. Check swing, Tapper foul. Yeah, it is. It's a sound system that you, I mean, during the playoffs, you feel it in your teeth. Freeman out there at second. Muncy the runner at first. Tucker in an 0-2 hole with 1 out. 3-3 bottom 6. Now, Tucker has always had a really good eye of the strike zone. He's been fairly lost to begin the year. A little more aggressive early in counts, but when he is right, he'll deliver on base and slug. Tapped softly foul.
always feels like he's just a little bit off balance with the movement in his swing. Really tough matchup here with Boozer on the first base side of the rubber. That angle makes it tougher on these lefties. But Kyle Tucker, no stranger to the big moments here and having to face the left-hander out of the pen.
That one, check swing, and he went. Tucker is gone. Shane Livensbarger rings him up.
As you see here, just trying to stay on everything he possibly can and not able to check his swing. Just gets a little bit overextended. We talked about that angle a little bit. That's what creates that.
Ryan Ward scheduled. Alex Call will hit, and so Fortes a visit to the mound. And there's a look at Call. That shot of Alex Call delivered by Jared, our matinee idol cameraman.
Found out today Jared's a big Cubs fan. Found that out. He did the game in the World Series, meeting all the crew today. All right, big at bat.
Pitch in for a strike to Call. Two on, two out. Swing and a miss. Dodgers 3, Rays 3. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Booster trying to keep this score even. The lefty deals, and it's fouled off, and that got a piece of Fortes. And now Dan Merzel just giving Fortes a little extra time.
So Doug, who you taking?
Norway. Yeah, I'm all in.
Huh. Interesting bet.
Tusen talk.
All customers bet on the match and get bonus bets for every goal scored.
Dan Merzel doing Nick Fortes a solid. Those two part of the mask-wearing union together. So Merzel asking for
brotherhood.
A few extra baseballs. You know. 0-2 down. Pitch to Call. Struck him out, and Boozer able to get Call, and the Dodgers leave 2 aboard. We'll head to the 7th. The Rays and the Dodgers here in LA, and it's still 3-3. 3-3 game as we go to the top of the 7th, and the new pitcher will be the righty Kyle Hurt. So right-hander pitches college ball at USC, 28 years old. Torrey Pines takes over, part of this Dodger bullpen, and that one fouled back by Taylor Walls.
So that's what you're going to see from Hurt right there. Four-seamers up, changes underneath. He's got a little baby slider he likes to use from time to time, but really likes to elevate and try to get the chase down underneath on the off-speed stuff.
That one a little bit high. Alex Vesia is up in the Dodger pen. Hurt throws hard. Average fastball velocity about 96. Average big league fastball these days is sitting around 95.
So I'm sitting over here next to you, buddy.
I'll tell you
they started throwing too hard.
Yeah, I needed to leave. Alex Call stays in the game in left, taking over for Ward, who he hit for. And that is in there. Walls caught looking.
Designated hitter number 2, Yandy Diaz.
Fans, make your favorite players all-stars. Scan the QR code to cast your 2026 MLB All-Star Ballot daily, or visit MLB.com/vote. All-Star game in Philadelphia this year. As Diaz swings through that one, 0-1.
About a month away from the All-Star game, huh?
On the ground towards third. Muncy on the backhand, steadies and fires. And a nice play by Max. 2 down.
Hard hit ball here by Diaz, but Max Muncy, really nice job. Just keeping his head down there. Backhand makes it look really easy. Playing deep, knowing no threat. And obviously the pitchers love it when they make the good plays.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out into left center field by Aranda's second hit of the night the other way.
Timeout.
So with 2 outs, a man aboard, and the inning extended. Here comes Caminero. Tied at 3. We're in the 7th. Rays looking up at the Yankees right now in the East. They've been sub 500 each of the last 2 years, but in the playoffs the 5 years prior. I would say in a pretty good spot, and expectations are high for another postseason berth for Kevin Cash's group. And they're about as well run as an organization. You think about the budget they're on, and there's definitely a thread. I mean, Andrew Friedman came from the Rays. Eric Neander learned at the side of Andrew Friedman. Balls and a strike with Caminero at the dish. Aranda, small lead at first.
Ball 3.
That one
Timeout.
digging down into the dirt. 97 with that heater.
A lot of soft, having to come see him at 2-1. Just trying to overthrow that fastball a little bit. They know Junior can absolutely murder the heater, especially that 4-seam at the top of the zone. Flattest bat in MLB.
See what he goes with here.
That changeup. Here's the interesting one. This is the fun stuff. 3-2. We got action. Really good hitter at the plate.
Hasn't been quite as good of late against the 4-seam, at least in terms of the power department.
There you go. Again, fact checking me.
3-2. 2 outs, man aboard. And that one pushed foul. He went with the heater. We saw a couple of pitches ago the changeup. I would hazard a guess that when you debuted, you did not see a lot of same side arm to batter changeups, right? Not a lot of right on right or left on left changeups.
Well, we were taught coming up, you don't throw those. Even as a catcher, you rarely call those.
3-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He got him with a heater. Caminero gone on strikes, and Hurt pitches around a 2-out walk. Time to stretch here in LA, and we're locked up in a good one. Here at Dodger Stadium, we go bottom 7. And bottom of the order is Steven Matz will step up to the mound. His 13th appearance, just recently shifted to the bullpen. And there are the numbers, 5.89 the ERA. Swing and a high drive, right field. If it's fair, it's gone, and that ball is foul. And I mean, that was clobbered, rushing all over it. And a deep breath for Matz. Didn't miss by much.
He was ready for that two-seamer in.
The one to rushing. Line drive out towards right. And one away. Slater pulls it down. Back to the studio. Kevin Connors, what do you have?
Boog, the A's are clubbing the Pirates right now, and Otto, Nick Kurtz did it again.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what this guy can't do in the batter's box. Leads the majors in on-base percentage. The home run numbers are climbing. Everything seems to be to the opposite field. What a monster.
5th career multi-home run game. By the way, Zach Gelof's hit streak hits 19. It's 11-2, bottom 8.
Meeting on the mound here. Yeah, back to Nick Kurtz. I got a chance to see him in person recently. He is an absolute mountain. I mean, they list him 6'5", 240. Legs, and I mean, he is giant.
He's so impressive standing in the box. He's a big man. A lot of Matt Olson vibes, obviously, former A stud in Atlanta.
This one drilled left field. Rojas, the pinch hitter. It's back and gone. Shades of the World Series, Miguel Rojas. And here in the bottom of the 7th, the Dodgers have the lead. It's 4-3.
Miguel Rojas off the bench. These guys are jumping all over everything Matt's throws, swinging early, two-seamer here, just super flat, right? Maybe trying to go in 94, but he is ready, off the bench and ready. Started early, pulls the hands in, nice and smooth. Nice swing.
Rojas going through the gauntlet of love right there. Max Muncy, the final greeter. Here's 0-1. Ohtani scoops one foul. How about Miguel Rojas? I mean, you think about one of the great clubhouse presence guys in the game, but hit the monster home run in Game 7. That one bounced foul.
He was on IT the other day. Kevin Millar said, I knew you were going to hit that deep. He goes, I don't think so, Kevin. Me and my wife were the only ones that believed in me. And that at bat. Nobody else did. Nice catch by the fan in the outfield.
Ohtani has gone on strikes.
But he's one of those guys you root for sure, Miguel Rojas. Been doing it a long time.
By the way, it wasn't just that home run in Game 7. The other thing is in Game 6, his pick on the game-ending double play was absurd. It helped the Dodgers to back-to-back World Series titles. So a pinch hit homer. As this one lifted out into right center. Mullins. Pages retired, but damage done. Miguel Rojas off the bench, and the Dodgers one swing into the lead.
Bubble.
Our next MLB on ESPN broadcast will be next Monday night, 10 Eastern. The Braves and the Padres from Petco Park in San Diego. Watch it live right here on ESPN. Stream Major League Baseball all season long on the ESPN app. John Shambi, David Ross as we go to the 8th, and Will Klein will take over. Some cheese at 98.
Some cheese at 98 is right. He is throwing this thing. Will Klein's got all the soft stuff. Slider, sweeper, curveball, and that 98 coming right at you, a four-seamer.
Pitch to Valade. Check swing, flare, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Tucker will go and pick it up. So Ryan Valade, his second hit. And a man aboard.
Exit velo 64, a little check swing.
Sometimes you got to go to a different club, right?
Little check swing, throwing it out there. Freddie Freeman's body language on that hit. He was like, "You got to be kidding me."
He didn't.
He just like just went limp.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Chandler Simpson, the pinch runner.
Chandler Simpson will run at first for Valade. We'll keep our eye on him.
Pinch runner, first base is number 14.
We talked to Cash a little bit about Chandler Simpson before the game. Been in a little bit of stolen base slump. 0 for 4 in his last 4 attempts.
And he can really fly.
Yeah.
And that fastball in for a strike.
And Dalton Rushing can really throw.
So his sprint speed home to first. It's the 4th fastest in the big since 2018. So you're talking about one of the fastest guys in the majors. Miguel Rojas stays in the game, takes over at second. There goes the runner. Oh, and they throw to second because Klein got a little frazzled when they were yelling at him to step off. Simpson was about halfway. If he chose to throw to first.
So that's 2 step offs. Even though he threw that ball to second base, that is a second step off.
Check swing. And they're going to challenge that. And that's a strike.
The pitch was a strike. The count is 0-2. Los Angeles has 2 remaining challenges.
Really nice job there by Will Klein to mix it up, knowing he can't throw over, but one more time. Almost quick pitch. Williams here. Williamson.
Klein holding. There goes the runner. The pitch is fouled off, and Simpson will dive into second. Chandler Simpson in 2024 in the minors stole 104 bases. In 2023, 94 bases. Last season as a big leaguer, he stole 44. But those minor league numbers give you an idea of how he can do some damage on the bases. That one bounced to the right side. Rojas will pick it up, flip to first, and secures the safe out.
You can tell here Rojas thought about going to second base, but got the sure out. Smart play.
He was going to have to pivot all the way around.
A great runner, as we've been talking about in Chandler. Here's a quick look. Having to come in and get this chopper. Thought about it and said no. You could tell it was in his brain. That was going to be a really tough play.
Austin Slater now. And a sweeper, swing, and a miss.
That was nasty.
Slater, a single, a ground out, and a walk. Four, 3 Dodgers. Dodgers tonight got solid work from Eric Lauer. 6 innings and 3 runs all earned. The 1-1. Rushing on the strike, bluffing a throw down to second.
Timeout.
And now time called.
Better timeout.
Don't rushing back there, pushing the buttons. See Klein trying to get together. See Klein listening in. Now he says yes. And that one a little bit high. Heater at 98 to Slater. There goes the runner for third. That one is tapped towards third. Muncy picks it up, fires on the move to get Slater, and there's 2 outs. Simpson down to third base, so the tying run is 90 feet away.
The stolen base attempt actually helps Muncy a little bit, breaking toward the bag. He's already breaking in, just able to continue his momentum forward for a nice easy play there on the chopper.
And now a little meeting on the mound. Muncy comes in to talk to Rushing and Klein, just going over what they're doing with that speed at third base and Chandler Simpson.
Probably a little bit of positioning talk from Muncy, how far away he might be. Don't get distracted by the fast base runner at third base.
Chandler Simpson 90 feet away with third base coach Brady Williams.
I think Dalton Rushing probably coming up with a game plan. Just taking a little bit of time to gather their thoughts, give it a break, and just not let that be a distraction at third. The hitter's who you want. Or maybe they were just buying time for the manager to come out and make a pitching change.
Dave, looks like they were buying time for the manager to come out and make a pitching change. Alex Vesia. Dave Roberts saying, how you doing? Point to the pen, and we have a pitching change. Righty out, lefty coming in. Back at Dodger Stadium, the Rays with the tying run 90 feet away. Alex Vesia will take over. And there are the numbers for the Southpaw. 32nd appearance, a 33% K rate, and a 2.74 ERA. Swing and a miss. Rossi, this is one of those guys. Don't look at the velocity.
Do not.
It's the carry. You love to talk about induced vertical break, and this is a guy who's a king of induced vertical break.
That's a vocabulary.
Fly ball center field. Pages back, and slowing down makes the catch. Vesia able to get Mullins. We're through 8 here in LA, and the Dodgers lead it by a run.
Look, if you're
is presented by Liberty Mutual. Knock savings out of the park with Liberty Mutual. 4-3 game here at Dodger Stadium. LA on top thanks to a pinch hit homer from Miguel Rojas. Steven Matz delivers the pitch that misses to Freddie Freeman. Ball 1. Freeman tonight 0 for 2. Matt steals. Line drive right field. That's a base hit. Leadoff man aboard as Freeman singles to right.
They are jumping over on everything on Steven Matz here. As soon as he throws anything close, they are swinging. Little two-seamer trying to get in on Freddie Freeman here. Tough to do. Misses his spot, just lets that run over middle. Really flat two-seamer. Just not having a lot of depth tonight. Nice job of hitting by Freddie Freeman.
There's Betts now. Mookie takes a strike. Look, this is a Dodger offense that is really good. Yeah. Tied for second in the majors into today in runs per game. They're #1 in weighted runs created plus. I feel like you have anybody that's having a career type year. I mean, Tucker has probably underperformed expectations. Freeman maybe a smidge under.
Mookie just getting going.
No doubt.
Like a little bit, which is a scary thought.
Very.
Yeah.
Muncy having a great year.
I mean, he's turned himself in. I mean, he's always been a great player, but Max Muncy is maybe one of the better third basemen in the game right now.
Yeah, I mean, by production, he's certainly the best third baseman in the National League. 35 years old. Lace to right, but Slater is there. Now, one of the things for Max Muncy, you go back to last year, he started testing out glasses in April. He went to go pick up his wife's contacts, and his doctor gave him just a quick evaluation. He ultimately got glasses, put them into use April 30th of last year. And this is real. The numbers since he got glasses, it goes Judge, Ohtani, Kurtz, Soto, Muncy.
Look at that list.
It's a ridiculous list. And I mean, this guy is a great story. The Dodgers, for all the talk about the Dodgers and their money, and you look at this, his first plate appearance, he homered in glasses against Cal Quantrill. On the ground to the right side, sliding stop by Williamson, and Muncy is out.
Last thought on Muncy, I just want to touch on this. When you're sitting in the other dugout, and when I was managing, Shohei wasn't there, but this guy's one of the scariest guys in the lineup to me.
Yeah, there's no question. The power ability, and let's be clear, it's not just about the glasses. You're talking about a guy who doesn't shy away from the moment, has massive postseason experience. He's also done some stuff with his swing, really focused on thinking to be above the ball. We hear so much about launch angle. His swing naturally hits the ball in the air, so he has to make himself swing above the ball.
And he makes you throw strikes. You know, he controls the strike zone really well for a power hitter.
Kyle Snyder out to the hill to talk about how they will go after Kyle Tucker. Tanner Scott in the Dodger pen getting loose to possibly come in to try and close it out. And then it'll be SportsCenter next on ESPN. Full day of World Cup action, lots of stuff. And they'll have it all for you. So Freeman is second. And 2 away, and Tucker, who's had a good night. The 3-run homer, a single, and a throw to cut a runner down at home plate. As Matz misses down and away. The 1-0. That one misses inside.
There's one of those left-on-left changeups you would never see back in the day. Guys read fastball out of the hand. That just ball was too far in for Tucker to pull the trigger on.
2-0 man in scoring position. And Tucker pops this one up. Shallow left. Chandler Simpson comes on, and he's got it.
And it knocks off his hat.
We'll go to the 9th. Last chance for the Rays.
Catch it deep.
And Doug.
Back in LA, Dodgers will summon the lefty Tanner Scott. And good numbers for him this year. 248, strikeout rate north of 30%. Edwin Diaz still on the IL. They signed this guy to a 4-year deal. Last year it was uneven to say the least. A 4.74 ERA, injuries to boot. He's pitched well this year. So Scott trying to close it out. 4-3, Dodgers with the lead. On the ground towards the hole. Betts on the backhand, steadies and throws him out. Mookie Betts, knowing who is running, and he patted the glove and fired a strike to Freeman, who gave him a nice big target and stretch.
What's interesting here, Muncy playing no double, so this ball would normally be the third baseman's ball, but a great play there by Betts. Backhand, sets his feet, and a really nice throw. You see the fist pump. Watch the fist pump out. He knows it's a great play. Getting that lead out in an inning like this is important. Really nice play by Mookie Betts.
Slider for a strike to Taylor Walls. Dodgers 4, Rays 3. We're in the 9th. John Sciambi, David Ross. Corners even with the bases. And Walls takes a four-seamer out of the strike zone. Walls 0 for 2 with a sac bunt and an RBI. That's in there for a strike. And Taylor Walls will challenge here. And it's a strike.
The count is 1-2.
Leverage spot, chance
Tampa Bay
to flip
has
the
lost
count.
its ability to challenge the rest
Can't
of
have
regulation.
a big problem with that.
No. Close pitch, got one left.
Yep.
Late here in the game.
The 1-2. Check swing and a pitch downstairs did not go, says attorney at law Dan Bellino. He is.
I know. You're so good at your job.
That's not what you told me yesterday.
Great point.
It's not. The 2-2. So Scott here, part of a Dodger team trying to pick up a win in front of faux Marlin Man and real Marlin Man. Walls a switch hitter. Digs back in and waits. 3-2. 1 out, base is clear. And now time called. Scott comes set, payoff pitch. In there, and Walls doesn't like it.
And he can't challenge now.
That one below the strike zone. They're out of challenges. Kevin Cash letting Dan Merzel know it. So now it's up to Yandy Diaz to keep this game going. And a challenge from Rushing.
The catcher has challenged.
So an ABS challenge. And that'll be a strike.
The pitch was a strike. The count is 0-1. Los Angeles has 1 remaining challenge.
So it goes and flips from 1-0 to 0-1. Diaz asks for time and now digs back in. His 27-game on-base streak is on the line. As Scott goes inside with a heater and missed.
He's working the edges really hard. The slider down, the fastballs away, down and in. Really hit the edges tonight for Scott.
Tried to bury that slider and did. Yandy Diaz would not chase. SportsCenter comes your way at the conclusion of our game. Dodgers 1 out away, up 4-3. Swing and a miss. He went with the slider, and Diaz over top of it. Crowd on its feet. Tanner Scott, 2-2. On the ground, softly hit. Rojas throws to first and out at first. Close play. Is Kevin Cash going to look at it?
I think he gave the thumbs up.
He gave him the thumbs up. And they will not look at it.
Miggy Rojas ends this game in multiple ways tonight. The big home run coming off the bench. The last out for the Dodgers in the 4-3 win.
Dodgers win it. Miguel Rojas, the big homer. 4-3 the final as LA takes the opener. That was fun, partner.
I enjoyed it, buddy. Miggy, pinch hit, homer.
Mookie Betts and the Dodgers pick up the win. For David Ross and our entire outstanding crew, I'm John Shambi. Dodgers win it 4-3. So long from LA Sports Center comes your way right now.
Boog, we appreciate you. Thanks for the seamless handoff. Trevor Scales, Phil Murphy.